I think I have heard out right from the beginning, and on the report, I have one small point to make, because when you give numbers and percentages, what you try to highlight is the the imminence and the importance of the issue. So if you say 55% of people are happy from that survey, can I extrapolate to the entire telecom world? Because I know 800 is not much absolute terms, but can you extrapolate? If you can, I'm sure that's where the exercise is. So say you're extending that to 1 billion users. You're saying 55% is happy, 45% is sad. I mean, just in absolute term, what you're saying basically is that 55 million people are happy, 45 million people are unhappy. So that argument works both ways if you start extrapolating. Because telecom is a sector where there are actually 1 billion subscribers, and most of the problems of QoS or customer satisfaction that we see are problems of absolute nature. I am unhappy. I am unhappy. So you can't wish away 45 million, 450 million people, right, who are unhappy. So even if you provide a broad, now the second point that I wanted to make is that therefore, I have not heard any user, including myself, who is happy with my service provider. Right? I don't think any of you are happy with the service provider. So that's because you have mixed up QoS, and so has TRAI, so has everybody else, with the customer satisfaction index. I think don't mix up the two. QoS is a regulatory norm to provide a certain basic quality of service. And as Dr. Khanna said, there has to be some objective parameter. Like see, if you accept 2% drop in call drops, even that constitutes 20 million people. So you'll have still 20 million unsatisfied customer, and you'll keep saying that I have done my QoS on calls. The call drops are only 2%.
Operator, if I give a person 100 kbps speed, let's assume, I don't think an operator can define whether that 100 kbps was good or bad. If I am seeing a Facebook ad and I am basically reading something, the network is not going to do anything. So the operator from the back end, the data that he releases, I don't think there's any way that
I agree with what he says, that if the consumer is irritated, that if you're trying to get 4K videos down a 1 MB per second line, you're going to be very pissed.
Absolutely.
The fault lies not in the 1 MB per second line, but in the 4K video. What we can concretely go after is, am I getting a sustained 1 MB per second line? Or if, as he says, you're constantly actually negotiating between a 3G modem and a 2G modem, and the packets are getting fragmented, and the frame is so big that you're not able to reassemble them. The whole thing chokes for 1 minute. I mean, these are things that are just absolutely destructive, and they should be measured and reported. After that, now you decide what you want to do.
Also, ultimately, you have to give it that there are people, consumers, when there is a consumer satisfaction problem, they are doubting your billing, not your plan. They're actually doubting your billing, and till today, I'm a great fan of telecom operators, but there is a lot of opacity in the billing. Now a point was raised. So again, saying this is not part of QoS. You see, it is a part of customer satisfaction, which is a good ad, bad ad. So a point was raised that when I start with 4G, Mr. Joshi raised that, Sunilji raised that point. I log on now on my mobile internet, and it shows 3G or 4G. Halfway through, it becomes 2G. Am I being billed for 2G or 3G? Rates are different, right? Rates are different. And I don't even know whether it's happening because of network congestion or you're deliberately doing it. I have a 3G line. I mean, it's stupid to make personal problems as consumer problems. It shows 3G. Okay. Even if it doesn't show 3G, when I just do my personal hotspot, it automatically shows 3G. If your network is 3G, it should show 3G all the time, right? Not when I do personal hotspot, when you surely know that I'm going to use internet. So there are these doubts. These are the doubts that you need to take care of in a different consumer satisfaction forum, and all the doubts that he raised are to do with your billing. They are still opaque. I'm sorry. It has got nothing to do with QoS.